I'm Jayce Lane, the founder of Jayce's Classic Spares. Some of the challenges in working in Jayce's Classic Spares really has been about sourcing the right suppliers, the quality products, and then more importantly with my supply chain background, one of the key things for me was to establish a relationship with the supply chain, your freight forwarders. One thing that I want to do is make sure is that I'm the only person involved in the supply chain. I don't like going through intermediaries. I make sure when I place an order with my supplier, I'm picking it up, I'm making sure it's getting delivered. And so the challenges have been around making sure that that has been seamless as far as possible, and putting yourself out there in terms of when something gets stuck at customs, making sure that you're on the phone 4 times a day, every day, until they get tired of you and give in and say, okay, no, your stuff can be released. I think the other challenges that we've seen in just trying to simplify down what people need and what they can buy. The American market is massive. That's primarily where we get a lot of our product from. And to try and make that clear for people who are going to buy online. Trying to introduce new stuff into the South African market. It's one of the things that I pride myself on, or what we pride ourselves on, is bringing new players into the market from America. There's so many great products out there that warrant their own exposure, and I'm one of those guys that, and the reason why I also classic cars is that I don't want to be in the same car that 10 other people drive. It comes down to my buying philosophy, my own personal buying philosophy, is that I want to buy a quality product at a reasonable price. Not the cheapest, not the most expensive, but I want something that's of a good quality that I know is probably going to outlast me or last long. And so I look at liking to buy once. And so our products that we bring in, a lot of them come with a lifetime warranty or a limited lifetime warranty. It's all about making sure that you buy once. The online experience that customers face, and as well as the traditional brick and mortar environment that people find themselves in, is changing. There's a dynamic that's happening, and I think that dynamic has been forced with COVID-19 recently. The fact of the matter is that you've still had established workshops, established shops in South Africa running a traditional brick and mortar shop where people can come in, buy off the shelf, take it back. But what we've seen is that a lot of people, especially those who are enthusiasts, who work really long hours to afford their hobby, don't have the time necessarily on a Saturday to go and to the shop, find something, pick it up. They want to be able to, at the comfort of their home, after they've knocked off at 6 p.m. at work, get onto the laptop, look for parts, find what they want, and then purchase that. And that's where we're finding is that there's been a change, a shift. I think that being able to go into a store, choose your basket of goods, put it away, and then pay for it. It helps people budget too, because you can like stack a whole bunch of stuff on your online platform, know how much it's going to cost you, and so it helps that whole kind of like buying process. But the one thing you can't get away from, whether you're in a brick and mortar environment or an online environment, is that it's still a buyer's trust relationship. When someone's buying from you, you're promoting a product at a certain price, of a certain quality, with a certain description, it looks a certain way, and you're committing to a delivery time frame. And all of that needs to be established, whether it's a 5 Rand part or a 150,000 Rand part, that still is maintained, that is still retained, it doesn't change. And that's the important thing about online environment, is that it can be impersonal, but we look to try and make it personable. We keep those promises, and then what we try and do is that we're only a phone call away. You're not going to go through some switchboard or call center, but you're actually within a call or two, you're speaking to myself directly or one of my other colleagues, and you're able to speak to a person. We pride ourselves on being personable around our online environment. People are becoming more and more comfortable with shopping online. And so there's a lot of speak in the market currently about products, people, services being pushed online. And so we'll see increased competition in the online environment, and that's a good thing, you know, that more people become more comfortable with it. Other people are seeing the opportunity in that, and those are some of the things that we're trying to stay on the forefront of. You don't want to be everything to everyone. We could be providing parts for a 2013, 2019 BMW 5 Series. The trick is, I think, still, is that you need to be in a niche, and that's where we're focusing, and that our niche is in those classic car parts. South Africa has got a unique history in terms of its classic car environment, in that we've had American influences, we've had our own cars developed and built here, we've had Australian influences, we've had British and European influences, and so our classic car business and the provision of online parts caters to all those various aspects, even from Japan. You know, when you're looking at your Nissan GTRs, you're looking at some of your Datsun Bluebirds, your 260Zs, those parts and acquiring those parts is something that we're able to do through our online store. Same as when it comes to your British marques, like your Healey's and your Triumphs and your MGs. All of those parts are readily available, and we just provide that mechanism through which you can get those parts here to South Africa for clients to see. So our focus is not just on American parts for American cars, but we've also expanded further into the sense that you have also those kind of parts that you need for almost any kind of custom build. So whether we're looking at custom steering wheels or steering columns to wheels, there's a lot of versatility in terms of where you can apply some of these parts that we provide into your build. There's lots of new technology coming into older cars, and we're seeing, you know, newer cars in some senses are trying to get a bit more of an older look again, and trying to blend those spaces together. And so there's lots of opportunity for people to express themselves with their cars, and we provide, like I said, a host of parts from really across most of the globe in meeting those people's dreams and what they're trying to achieve. So you've heard a lot of Jayce's Classic Spares. The best thing to do is, if you heard about a good meal, to go and taste it. So offering the same to you. Go into the website. It's www.jayces-classic-spares.com, and that'll get you there. So I think you'll find it a wealth of information, a plethora of products, and I think we're already sitting at about over 150,000 products on our store. So get lost in it and enjoy.